Arsenal nil, Villareal nil. For the last time this season, this is your Europa League review. Arsenal are out. Arsenal are out of the Europa League. What can we say about that? What can we say about that? Gutless, toothless, no hunger, no desire, no passion, no drive, no quality, no ambition, no will, no excitement, no drama, no goals. Arsenal are out of the Europa League to semi-finals to Unai Emery and Villareal. They're arguably one of the most dangerous players. That got injured. Chukwueze got injured in the first half, giving Arsenal 70 minutes to take advantage of it. Didn't. Not one player stepped up the plate really today. Not one player came with any sort of passion today to win the game. No one player came with any sort of desire to really drive Arsenal to win. Yes, Aubameyang hit the post twice with a couple of half chances, but apart from that, wasn't anonymous for the whole game. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Arsenal are out of the Europa League. Ah man! I mean, you do all that work against Benfica, coming back against Slavia Prague, coming back, and Olympiacos to that performance in the stage where you needed it most, the semi-final of a European Cup that you never won before. Some of these men have not won anything before, and you just you come out with that. Good evening indeed. Big up, Emery, innit? Done the job. We done the job. I guess it's technically back-to-back finals for him because he wasn't in a job last season, was he? Again, obviously he was in the Arsenal job at the start of the season, but he wasn't in a job when the Europa League was around. So back-to-back Europa League finals for Emery. He knows what to do in this stage. Sinner saying Arteta out now. I can't blame anyone for calling that. Can't blame anyone for calling that. I said, like, if Arsenal go out the Europa League, as in don't win it, and it wouldn't necessarily been today, could have been in the final, then Arteta's job has to be questioned. Like I said that already. His job's on the line now, really. Do I think he'll be sacked? Probably not. Probably not, especially if he's not done soon. If they wait in till maybe like the summer, I don't actually think he'll be sacked. But if they act soon, then they've acted already. So I don't think he'll be sacked. That's my opinion. Do I want him sacked? Don't know. Like his job's on the line. His job's on the line now. He's got to be questioned about it now because that was poor. And like I don't just blame him personally. Everyone might, and everyone's entitled to their own opinion. I wouldn't just blame Arteta for that performance, for that game. It was everyone. Like no one really had any. Like no one turned up today, unfortunately. I thought Leno was decent. Like Leno did nothing wrong. He kept it moving every single time he had the ball. I don't necessarily think Holden and Mari did anything wrong at the back. Really, in the game. But sometimes you need more. Sometimes you need a player to step up and do more. And we didn't have that from anyone really. You know, a lot of the times this season it's been our youngsters, it's been Saka, it's been Smith-Rowe. Sometimes it's been Pepe, other times it's been Aubameyang and Lacazette. Today, no one was there. No one was really there for Arsenal to really put Villareal to the metal because they were there for the taking. The goalkeeper was all over the place, all over the place. Every time he went forward, he looked shaky. And actually think if Villarreal were to play that goalkeeper in the final, I think Man United would. I think Man United would slap them up anyway. And you know what? Good luck to Man United, isn't it? Three English teams in the finals of a competition, and Arsenal couldn't back themselves and get there as well. Good luck to Man United. Genuinely mean that. Good luck to Man United because I think they'll wipe the floor with Villarreal, and at least they don't beat us in the final, I guess, isn't it? So there's that. But it's emotional right now. So mad, yeah. I felt this feeling before. And when we lost to Chelsea 4-1 in Europa League, I remember sitting in that same position. I still think I was sitting there in the same position, the same place. I just felt just numb. I guess in that game under Emery, we had the Europa League to fall back on, and we don't have the Europa League to fall back on next year. But I just felt like there was I have nothing left. I got nothing left to give you lot. A lot we've lost. We're out the Europa League, the semi-final. It's laughable, man. It's the 6th of May. Our season is officially done today. Yes, we've got a game on Sunday. Yes, we've got to play Chelsea next week, but who cares now, really? I mean, but this is the problem with Arteta. You gave up the Premier League to play in the Europa League, and this is what happens. This is what happens. Um, you end up coming to this situation now. Moda says Partey is not the player I thought he was. Thank God we didn't sign him. Thank God we didn't sign him. What do you mean? What do you mean? We signed him. It's not a loan. He's our player. I don't think Partey was good today. I agree. Like, I'm not going to sit here and try to defend him. He's had a lot of bad performances this season. Maybe he missed being in the middle with Xhaka. But I ain't got time for excuses today. I ain't got time for maybe this, maybe that. You know, chances were there for Arsenal today with that squad, with the players on their pitch, and they didn't take him. Didn't take him at all. Damien's right. There's no excuses. Absolutely none. Absolutely none. You had apt opportunity to beat PSG, Villareal today, and you didn't take it. So it's poor. Emery is a Tottenham legend. Well, there you go. I mean, he's beaten Tottenham a couple of times in his career, if that's what you mean. Congratulations to Emery, man. You done your job. You done your job. Like you were at it all game on that touchline, and you got one over on your former team. Like you done your job, you know. Lurhan, you are shameless. Oh, I said Erhan, you're El Erhan. I love that. I love that. I love that. Um, Hassan says biggest club in London is in the European final. Accept that Arsenal are finished. I've accepted that, Hassan. Arsenal are finished. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say now? You want me to tell you Arsenal are finished? Arsenal are finished. What do you want me to say? They're finished. Cool. Have that. You can have that. Arsenal are finished. You can have that. Accept. Biggest club in London is in the European final. Who's that? Man United. Man United, the biggest club in London. That's where all their fans are at. Man, Chelsea fans, you won the gloat. Cool, man. Enjoy it, man. Good luck. Good luck against Pep. I'm rooting for Pep, by the way. Team Pep out here, but you know, it is what it is, isn't it? Arsenal are rubbish. We need Ganduzi back for CM. Listen, if he wants to come back, you know, he didn't look like that relationship didn't end great with Arteta in the end, did it? Really? So yeah, there was that, I guess. Lay me in. This is what I live for, man. You want to get at each other in the chat. I love that. Absolutely love that. L's all round. L's all round. Damien. Yeah, laughing at him back. Listen, Airhand, you're in the same position as us, isn't it? Out the Europa League. Out with us, man. We can all celebrate being out together. We can all celebrate being out together, man. Europa Conference League isn't over. Is that what you lot are going for? If that's what you lot are going for, Good luck to you in that. I ain't going for that Europa Conference League. I don't want it. I don't even want to be in the Europa League anymore. I'm tired. I'm tired of being in this damn competition and getting to the semi-finals and the final. Atletico Madrid, Chelsea. See, last year was Olympiacos in the last 32 whatever. And then Villareal. 4 years have been in this competition. I'm tired, man. I'm absolutely tired of being in this competition. I don't want to be in it no more. I'm finished. I'm done. I forget Europa League. Forget Conference League. I don't want to be in. I don't want to be in nothing. I do not want to be in nothing. I'm supporting Man United. At this point, I don't even care. I don't care who wins Europa League. I genuinely don't care. Man United are already in the Champions League next year, so if they win it, cool. They get a European trophy. Oli gets a trophy. I genuinely don't care. I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less if Villarreal win it. Doesn't mean nothing to me next year. Doesn't mean nothing to me. Stuff like this means something to me. Arsenal had one shot on target in the biggest game of the season. Poor. We've had three shots on target. I think we had three shots on target in 180 minutes across the two legs. That's how bad we were. Granted, we hit the post twice. Doesn't count as a shot on target, but not good enough. Not good enough. We don't create enough chances. We don't create enough chances to warrant. That's what I'm looking for. To warrant being saying that we're close. I want to see what Arteta comes out and says. Does he feel like we were actually good enough tonight to win the game? Because in my opinion, we just weren't good enough to win this game. Please, guys, make sure smash that like button for me. Those that are in the chat, those that are watching back on the YouTube, and if you're new around here, please smash that subscribe button for me as well. Big up for everyone for being here on this evening where Arsenal are out of the Europa League. Man United are safely through to the final. Safely to the final. Hassan says, "I want you to say that Chelsea is." Of course, you want me to say Chelsea is the biggest club in London, but I ain't gonna say that for you, bro. I ain't gonna say that for you. The biggest club in London is Manchester United, and they're in the final. Have that. How about that? Take that in the pipe and smoke it. Pepe's inconsistency will get you nowhere. Everyone's inconsistency. Everyone's inconsistency. It's not just Pepe. Pepe is inconsistent, yes. But what? What about Aubameyang? What about Aubameyang's inconsistency? What about Partey's inconsistency? You know, I actually thought Bellerin had a decent game today, getting forward. But I'm never going to lay any blame at Smith-Rowe and Saka's feet because they're young guys and have got us out of the mud in times where they shouldn't have to be relied on this kind of game. Odegaard, didn't have a good game today. I don't know if he's really fit, Odegaard. I mean, that may be an excuse, and I ain't got time for excuses. So all I can see is another poor performance from him. Again, yes, he's young. He's not a player. He's not coming back in next year. I can't see it. Looking at Real Madrid, I think they could do with an Odegaard in their team next season. So I reckon he goes back. Where was Laka today? Laka was injured, wasn't he? I mean, he got a hamstring injury against Fulham. I just don't think he was ever going to really make an impact today. 10 minutes off the bench is all he can manage. Good evening, Neeks. Good evening. Congratulations. Man United, Villareal, big final. Make sure you don't lose to Good Evening, Make sure you do not lose to Good Evening in that final. I don't know what I'm going to say to you because we're out anyway, but just make sure Emery don't do one over you. Make sure Oli wins that first trophy as a United manager. What a waste of £80 million on Partey. 80. Where you lot get these figures from? Where you lot get this £80 million on Partey? What, £80 million? 50 mil, I think it was. It wasn't a £50 million release clause. Like, listen, I'm all right with the £50 million for Partey. Like, he's not my issue. Genuinely, like, he's not my issue. We got time for that to grow next season. I'm not even worried about the Partey. There's so many more issues that we've got in our squad that for me, Partey ain't even one to think about right now. I think we can build a partnership with Partey and maybe a new centre midfielder next year. And I think there's time for that to grow. Genuinely, like, I'm happy with the Partey deal. Has it been his best season? No. But who has had a good season for us, really? That's what you got to ask yourself. Partey was not the answer to what you needed in the middle, a goal scoring midfielder. Partey has a terrible shot on him. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with that. I agree with that. We needed someone more attacking. Even Erdegaard, I think we brought him in to create chances to score, but yet we still lack someone who bursts through to score. You know, the likes of Aaron Ramsey, who I was a critic of personally because I don't think he necessarily had the qualities. But when you see the amount of goals that he gets compared to the amount that we don't get, you're thinking, where was that? Where was that going to come from? I think Xhaka's got 2 goals this year. Partey none, and then he's got what, 3? It's just not good enough from our midfielders. Really, it's not good enough at all. Um, Bottle job gunners. Good evening. Good evening, Kyle Lindstrom. Good evening. Yes, we are the bottle job gunners tonight. We were horrible. AFTV and TV and chill. I'm sure there's going to be some mad reactions coming out of AFTV tonight. I tell you that. As well. Listen, it's been a night of I said it's been a night to forget. It's been a night to forget for Arsenal. It's been a poor performance. Um, no one stood up, as I said earlier on. I predicted a 2-1 win for Arsenal. Didn't come nowhere near that. We didn't come nowhere near scoring a goal. Got the clean sheet, which I didn't think we were going to get. I was sure we were going to concede, but we didn't concede. And if you said to me today, you ain't going to concede, but you go out, I wouldn't even believe you. I wouldn't believe you. The fact that we kept a clean sheet and we didn't win the game, like it's just poor. It's just poor. Um, Benitez to take over next season. He's experienced with mid-table clubs. Maybe. I mean, he may get a tune out of these lot. I don't know. Like I'm running out of ideas for who can get a tune out of them. Really. Um, I was still on that Allegri boat from early. Anyway, said that like years ago. Thought we should have gone for Allegri after Wenger, but I just don't know what. I don't know who's going to get us back into that. If like the men we've gone. Look, Wenger was falling off. We had to change it. We went for Emery. It didn't work. We've gone for Arteta, and it's not worked so far. It's not worked. So do you stick with it and go again, or do you go with someone completely new? Um, yeah, it's a tough one to take tonight. It's a tough one to take because I just don't think the lads really tried. Don't think they really did. There's a real desire to get through tonight. Brandt is leaked Arsenal to Dortmund to replace Martin if he doesn't sign. I think Erdegaard is not staying. Yeah, I said this in January actually that I wanted to sign Julian Brandt. I thought he was a good player, good technical player, and then in that number 10, maybe him or Buendia. As with Norwich getting promoted, I just feel like that the Buendia deal is going to be unlikely, just because they're already going to be in the Premier League. Look, we both ain't going to be playing in Europe next year, Norwich and Arsenal, so we'll probably have the same amount of minutes in games or whatever. But I think Ben Diaz likes to stay another year. I would take Brandt personally. I like him. I think he's a good player. Obviously, not seen much of him this year at Dortmund. His minutes have been limited, which is probably why he wants to move. But I've always liked him as a player, so I think he'll be good. But right now, I'm not even thinking about that. I'm just thinking about how to pick myself up because it's been a bad night. It's been a bad performance. And yeah, Arsenal just look like they are, well, falling apart, man. And yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't think this is going to be the end for Arteta personally. Should it be the end? No, that's up to the Arsenal board. Um, please remember that it's always Conke out each and every time. No money this year being in the Champions League. No money being in the Europa League this year. Maybe this gonna force his hand to do something this season. But yeah, you you loathe to see it happen. Could this be a blessing in disguise? No European football might prompt the Conquerors to sell. Man, that's what I said. That's where I'm going with that. Maybe, but listen, the Conquerors are stubborn. The Conquerors are so stubborn. I still think it's going to be hard for them, for someone to convince them to sell. So yeah, I wouldn't be. I don't think he'll sell. I still don't think he'll sell, regardless. Tuchel was about to come to Arsenal until they had to trust Arteta. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. But the thing is, Tuchel was well into his PSG job when Arteta got a job, no? Like, I don't think he was going to get sacked then to come to Arsenal. Maybe you're thinking if we sacked Arteta in December when Tuchel got sacked on PSG, then you bring him in. Maybe you could go with that line. But yeah, I mean, once we brought in Arteta, Like I don't think it would have been the best idea to, straight away to sack him. You sack him now, and you got to look at who you bring in. There's Allegri, Benitez. I don't know who else is available. Ten Hag has signed a new deal at Ajax. Is it the best time to sack him? Will there be more jobs available? You look at the likes of Carlo Ancelotti. How long has he got left at Everton? Should that have been the decision that we went for last year instead of going for Arteta? Should we have gone for an Ancelotti? Can't polish a turd. Big up the Arsenal fans. Love that. Listen, guys, thank you for joining today. Yeah, as I've said, Arsenal out to Europa League. I'm gutted. Don't even know how much more to say. Performance wasn't good enough. Players weren't good enough, and it's an L that we got to take. Arsenal out to Europa League, out of Europe. Guys, on your way out, please smash that like button for me. Hit that subscribe button if you're new around here. And yeah, we'll see how long Arteta's got at the job because, yeah, his time could nearly be out. Thank you, guys. See you soon.